In this diagram, the lines L1 and L2 are parallel. Now we are asked to find the value of the angle X in this diagram. We need the following two notions concerning angles of a triangle. The first is that of an isosceles triangle. With an isosceles triangle, two sides are equal. And so we indicate with these symbols. It means that this side is equal to this side. And so the base angles are equal. If we call this angle A and call this angle B, then angle A is equal to angle B. That is a property with isosceles triangle that we need to remember. We are going to need it in this question. Now, the next property about triangles is that with triangles, in the diagram of a triangle where we have interior and exterior angles, okay, let us call this X, it's an exterior angle. Call this Y, it's an exterior angle. Call this Z or Z, it's an exterior angle. Now, this one, we call it an interior angle, interior angle, interior angle. We all know that an exterior angle is the sum of the opposite two interior angles. This is an exterior angle. These are the interior angles. The two angles that are interior, which are opposite to this exterior angle X, will be A and B. So we expect the angle X to be equal to angle A plus angle B. This is an exterior angle Y. The two interior angles that are opposite to the exterior angle Y will be B and C. So we expect Y to be angle B plus angle C. This is another exterior angle Z. The two interior angles that are opposite to the angle Z are A and C. And so we expect angle Z to be angle A plus angle C. All right, this is a second notion about angles that we need to recall before we can go ahead to solve for X in that diagram. Now, coming now to our question, when we look at it carefully, we will see that this triangle is an isosceles triangle by virtue of these two symbols here. If we look at the isosceles triangle, this side is equal to this side. Therefore, we expect this side to be equal to this side. The base angles are the angles at the side that does not carry the symbol. So this is the side that does not carry those symbols, this side. And so the base angles will be this and this. And so we say base angles are equal. So this angle must be equal to this angle. So if we call it angle A and call this angle B, then we expect that angle A should be equal to angle B. Now, we need to know this angle. How do we get this angle? Another notion about angles on a transversal. Okay, this line L1 is parallel to line L2. We can see this other line here as the transversal. Okay, let's just look at it quickly. If we have two parallel lines, L1, L2, like we have over there, and there is a transversal, we'll consider this as our transversal. Then we know that corresponding angles are always equal. This angle here, with respect to the line L1, corresponds to this angle with respect to the line L2. And so this angle must be equal to this angle. Now, how do we bring this picture here? All we need to do is just to make a small extension to our diagram. All right? we'll make a small extension to L2 backwards. And so we can see that even if when we also make this extension, then finally we have this picture presented there. This angle here, the angle 125, corresponds to this angle, corresponds to that angle. And so this angle, we expect this angle to be 125 also. Now, angles on a straight line, we all know that angles on a straight line sum up to give us 180 degrees. All right, so let us bring that picture here. We have 125, we have 125, corresponding angles. And this is a straight line. L2 is a straight line. Sum of angles on a straight line must always give us 180 degrees. Now, to get this angle here, therefore, this one here, it should be what? It should be 180 minus. So if we call this angle, say y, for example, then we're having y to be equal to 180 degrees minus 125 degrees, which is simply 55 degrees. Okay, that angle is 55 degrees. This angle here, this one should be 55 degrees. All right, now that we know this angle, and we know that this triangle here is an isosceles triangle, therefore the base angles must be equal. And we also know that sum of the interior angles of any triangle is 180 degrees. All right, so sum of the interior angles of any triangle is 180 degrees. Let's go ahead and put the 55 here. This one is now 55. So we expect 55 plus A plus B to give us 180 degrees. Sum of the interior angles of any triangle. So 55 plus A plus B should give us 180 degrees. Now, A plus B will be equal to 180 degrees minus 55 degrees. All right, which is simply 125 degrees. All right, so A plus B is 125 degrees. This angle plus this angle is 125 degrees. But what do we know? We know that A is equal to B. If A is equal to B, then we can just put, in the place of B, we can put A. So we are saying that what? A plus A is 125 degrees, which simply means that 2A is 125 degrees. Therefore, if we divide both sides by 2, we're going to have angle A to be 62.5 degrees. Okay, 62.5 degrees. So this angle here is 62.5 degrees. This angle is 62.5 degrees. All right, but remember we are looking for angle X. Now if you look at angle X and angle B, they are on a straight line. So we have two possibilities. We'll either use the fact that angle X and angle B are on a straight line, and sum of angles on a straight line is 180 degrees. From there, we can be able to find the value of X. Or we'll also use the exterior angles of a triangle. Okay, this angle X is the exterior angle to this triangle. And so we expect X to be equal to the sum of angle A and 55. So whichever of the two ways that we take, we're going to get the value of X. All right, we know A and we know B. A is equal to B. Here, the value of A is 62.5 and is also equal to the value of B. So we can also write that B is 62.5 degrees. Now, to get X, what do we need to get X? Okay, method 1. Method 1, we use exterior angle property. X is equal to A plus 55. A plus 55. And we know A to be 62.5. So, which is simply equal to 62.5 plus 55 degrees. that will give us 0.5, 7, 117 degrees, 0.5, 117.5 degrees, sorry, 117.5 degrees. That will be the value of x. All right. Second method, method 2, is to use angles on a straight line. Angle X and B are on the straight line L2. So we expect the sum to be 180. So we are saying X plus B must be 180 degrees. Therefore, and we know B is 62.5 degrees. Therefore, X will be equal to 180 degrees minus 62.5 degrees. And we see that the value again is 117.5 degrees. So whichever of the two that we have just seen, the two methods, 1 and 2, will arrive at the same result as 117.5 degrees for the value of angle X.